Let's start out with the producer. Now, the producer has the role of producer has evolved. It's changed a lot from what it used to be, but really at its core, it's all about helping an artist develop and deliver an amazing sounding record. It's knowing the tools and the software inside and out. It's about having your ear to the ground to know what's in and what's not. That's huge. It's like you have to have good taste to be a good producer. It's being able to be a good collaborator with an artist to help them bring their creative vision to life. The quintessential producer nowadays is the guy or girl with a laptop and headphones. Like, that's the crazy thing. The beauty of 2021 is today, I'm in a super nice studio with hundreds of thousands of dollars, top of the line gear, but I don't really need any of it. There's so much amazing technology and software available right at your fingertips. So there's no excuse to not just be able to produce great sounding music. And yes, it's a skill set, just like anything, but cost-wise, the barrier to entry is so low compared to what it used to be. I have a massive SSL mixing console in the room right on the other side of my glass, and it's basically a giant table. It's a giant mouse pad or a table to hold my laptop up. That's the truth. So that's the biggest misconception I hear about becoming a producer, is that you need a lot of gear and engineering know-how to get started. And that's just not the case at all. The other big misconception that I hear is that to become a producer, you have to become an amazing musician. And that's actually not the case at all either. It can certainly help, but I know a ton of very successful producers with multiple Grammys to their name who can't play an instrument super well. But they use the software, the samples, as their instrument of choice. I'm talking about Pro Tools, Logic Pro, Ableton. It doesn't matter which one you go with. It just matters that you become a master at one of them. Again, the big three that I see most used and that we use every day are Logic Pro, Ableton, and Pro Tools, if you are taking notes. So the producer role, I think, is best illustrated in a story from when I was early on in my music career, when I was working on a record with a Grammy-winning mix engineer, and the artist was in the room. This was a guy that has done major records. The artist in the room, the manager were in the room, and I could tell that they just were not vibing with what this mix engineer was doing. And they were having to make all these changes, basically like starting from scratch all over again. So I thought in the moment, is there about to be like a big fight breaking out here? Like, is there gonna be a clash of the egos? But no, the mixer just put his head down. He made the changes, said, there you go, as you wish. And man, if that wasn't a light bulb moment for me, I stayed after to talk with him, and he said 5 words that stayed with me forever. And he said, this is a service business. This is a service business. It was in that moment that I got it, that as a producer, I'm a servant to the record. I'm a servant to the artist's vision. Even if that means not getting the creative result I had in my mind at the beginning of the process, it's not about it being my way or the highway. Like, that's a good way to not have people want to work with you ever again. I know a lot of really, really talented producers who are just assholes and nobody wants to work with them. So it's all about having that ego out the door. It's about becoming a servant. To become a successful producer today, you need to serve your way to success. That's kind of my mantra at Full Circle Music, is serve your way to success. I think that's only going to serve you in the long run.